Welcome to our lesson on translations. My name is Dr. Marissa May, and we're going to take a look at moving an object around in the plane. Let's take a look at some key terminology first. Now, these are terms that we will be using throughout the lesson. I think they're important to note that a transformation is a change of a shape. We can have a slide, a rotation, a flip, or a resize. So we're going to begin today with a series of lessons that are talking about all of the transformations, but we're going to focus specifically on a translation in this lesson, and this is the slide of an object. Of course, we can slide that object right or left, up or down. Now, it's important, this terminology we'll use throughout the lesson, first of all, is the pre-image. This is the original shape or figure, and the image is the new shape after we've made a transformation. So the pre-image is first, and then the image. The prime symbol is the symbol we use to identify the image. So if point A is on the pre-image, remember that's the first one, then A prime, and notice how I write it, it's A with a little apostrophe. Now again, we're going to be using all of these terms throughout the lesson, so let's take a look. So in this example, we want to translate triangle ABC. So triangle ABC, we want to translate it 5 units to the right and 2 units down. So what we're going to do is take each point, move them 5 to the right and 2 down. So we'll start with A. Let's move 5 to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 down, 1, 2. We'll put a dot and call that A prime. We'll do the same for B. We're moving 5 to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 down, 1, 2, and we'll call that B prime. Finally, let's do C. We'll do 5 to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 down, 1, 2, and we'll call that C prime. Now, when I connect those, I'm kind of particular. I like for mine to actually look like a triangle, so I'm going to use a straight edge here. If you don't have a ruler, any old straight edge, like an index card, would work. Okay? So notice how we're going to write this translation in the mathematical form. Okay? We're saying we're going to move the pre-image to the right 5. So we're going to add 5 to each of the x coordinates. Notice the comma, and then we're going to go down 2, and that would be minus 2. So if I write that all together, that's x plus 5, comma, y minus 2. Now let's just name the coordinates now. Just some good practice here. The coordinates for A are -4, 4. And the coordinates for B are -1, 4. And the coordinates for C, -1, 6. Okay, let's name the coordinates for A prime then. That's 1, 2. And for B prime, that's 4, 2. And for C prime is 4, 4. All right, let's take a look at another example. All right, in this example, we're going to be asked to draw a triangle ABC. Instead of giving us an image, we're being given a set of ordered pairs this time. So let's start by drawing that triangle ABC. We're drawing A at 2, -5. So 2, -5 is down here, and we're labeling that as the pre-image A. B is 6, -5. We'll put that here. And C is 4, -2, and that is here. Again, let me just connect those to make our triangle. And then notice that we are being asked to translate the triangle 3 units to the left and 6 units up. So 3 to the left, 6 units up. So I'm going to take A here, and I'm going 3 to the left, 1, 2, 3, 6 up, puts me here. We'll call that A prime. B, 3 to the left, 1, 2, 3, 6 up, puts me here. We'll call that B prime. And C is 3 to the left, 1, 2, 3, 6 up, 2, 4, 6. So we've got C prime there. I'll go ahead and connect those here and here. Now, if we want to write that in our mathematical terminology, or notation, I should say, then we're going to say we're going 3 to the left is x minus 3. Be sure and put a comma then. And we say y plus 6 to show 6 up. Now, we'll go ahead and write the coordinates for A prime. It's negative 1, 1. Good practice here. B is 3, 1. And C is 1, 4. All right, next, let's turn our attention to maybe like something other than a triangle, like a quadrilateral. All right, so we're being asked to translate rectangle ABCD, 2 units right, 5 units down. So we'll draw the pre-image first, then we'll draw the image. So A is at 1, 1. B is at 3, 1. C is at 3, 4, and D is at 1, 4. Now this one I'm going to go ahead and connect here because I can just trace the lines on the grid there. Make sure I label this one as D. And remember, now we're going 2 to the right, 5 down. So we'll take A, go 2 to the right, 5 down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll call that A prime. B goes 2 to the right, 5 down, puts me here. C is 2 to the right, 5 down, puts me here. And D, 2 to the right, 5 down, puts me here. Again, just tracing those grid lines on this one makes it super simple to get our rectangle. Now, if we want to write our notation for our translation, then going 2 to the right would be x plus 2. And 5 down would be minus 5, y minus 5. And if we want our coordinates of A prime, we can just check those. That's 3, negative 4. And that's 5, negative 4 for B. And C prime then is 5, negative 1. And D prime is 3, negative 1. Now each of those, just a side note here, if I take the x-coordinate and follow our rule, then x plus 2, or 1 plus 2, would give me the 3 that's in my image. Okay, if I do the same with the y-coordinate, that's y minus 5, so use my 4 there, gives me negative 1, which is also my y-coordinate of my image. All right. Now we're ready to take 2 translations on together. So in this example, we're going to begin with translating triangle XYZ using this rule, x plus 6, y minus 1. So if we were to describe that in words, that means to go right 6 and down 1. Okay, so let's take our image, our pre-image, and we'll go right 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and down 1 puts me here for x prime. And here go right 6, 2, 4, 6, and down 1. And Z was 2, 4, 6, and down 1. All right. So I want to go ahead and draw that one as a straight line. And then I'll just trace the grid lines here. All right, so we've got our first translation. So if we were to write our coordinates for x prime, that is 1, 4. And our coordinates for y prime would be 4, 4. And for z prime would be 4, 1. All right, so that's our first translation. Our second translation says using the image x prime, y prime, z prime. Perform an additional translation using this rule. So what we're going to do now is we're going to move the red one. Okay? How are we going to move it? We're going to move it right 2 and down 5. Okay, and I'm going to do it a different color so we can talk colors. It'll help us just a little bit. So I'm going to take x prime and go right 2, 1, 2, down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Puts x double prime is how we say that. Okay. Now let's take y prime and we'll go right 2, 1, 2, down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It puts me at y double prime. And then z will go right 2, down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that puts me at z double prime. Okay. So now let's identify the coordinates for the double prime image. Okay, so x double prime, that is 3, negative 1. Y double prime, that's 6, negative 1. Z double prime is 6, negative 4. So, final question, okay? Come up with a single rule. One rule that gets me from the original gray one, from triangle XYZ, to triangle X double prime, Y double prime, Z double prime. So I want to get from the gray to the purple. Okay? So here's what we'll do. We'll count from X, the pre-image X, to X double prime. Okay? So let's go to the right first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's right 8. And then from there we go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we would go down 6. So now we need to write our rule for that. Well, that would be x plus 8 for the right 8 and y minus 6 for the down 6 part. So I love this, and this happens a lot where we make 2 translations and then we say, okay, if I only did it in 1, what would that 1 translation be? Okay, let's practice writing a few more rules from the pre-image to the image. Okay, always important when we look at these that we identify which one is the original. I kind of like to highlight the original. So I go, okay, I'm going from the highlighted one to the other one. So I'm going to go from point H to point H prime. Okay, let's see what we have to, how many we have to go over. We're going left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a left 5 and down 1, 2. So if I'm going to write a rule for that, that's going to be x minus 5 for the left, y minus 2 for the down part. Okay, let's do it also then here in example 6 as a quadrilateral. So we'll look at, this is my original, okay? And it's important to note when you are looking to write these rules, you have to go from the pre-image, let's say we're doing U, to the image of U, which is U prime. You can't go from U to Z prime. You've got to go from U to U prime. Okay, so starting at U, let's count up, let's count right. 1, 2. So we're going right 2. And then we're going up 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going up 4. So if I write that as my rule, that's x plus 2, y plus 4. Okay, let's do 2 more. All right, 2 more here, starting with my pre-image. Again, I'm highlighting it because I want to make sure my eye is focusing in on that. I'm going to do the M points, so let me just go from this M to M prime. And it looks like we're going left, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's left 4. And then it looks like we don't go up or down at all. So here, how do we say that? Well, we go left 4. And then we just leave the y by itself. It's like y plus 0 or y minus 0, to think of it that way. All right, one more. This one's kind of tricky because notice that they overlap a little bit. So I'm going to just outline the pre-image. Okay. And then let's go ahead and we'll just do the e's. I think that'll be easy. So from E to E prime, so we're going right 1. So right 1 and down 2. So right 1, x plus 1, and down 2, y minus 2. Okay, so I hope this helps you with your translations. It's a good visual. I love kind of moving around things and counting. Watch the details. I think those are super important here in this lesson. All right, have a wonderful day. Bye for now.